Welcome. My name is Muhammad Ibrahim Downey, and I'm here today to share with you some information from SIBKIS Counseling and Consulting Incorporated. We do counseling modules, and our models are based on things that we've had from practical experience of more than 30 years. Our combined experience of more than 30 years, we have some of the most tremendous motivational stuff that we've been able to share with people and some of the most difficult conditions, and we've seen it work tremendously. We've seen people come now to improve their situation so dramatically. I mean, the people who looked at them before said, how did you get from where you are to where you are? From where you were to where you are, how'd you get there? Because it's amazing what a person could do once they understand the dynamics that take place within them and what it takes to actually inspire them to go now to new levels. You see, we need to help people set a foundation for what they can do to improve their situation. But first they have to understand how to set the foundation. Now we can do it with you, but we can't do it for you. And I am the president and I'm the CIO, Chief Inspirational Officer for SIBKIS Counseling. And ultimately saying that, it works out that we have some stuff we need to share. And that's why we come to you today, to be able to share some information. What you're going to do with this information, we don't know. How you're going to feel about it, again, uncertain. But guess what? We're going to offer it to you so that you understand that we know something about what we're talking about. And it's important for you to be able to take advantage of what we have and ultimately decide if you want to be a part of the SIBKIS experience. Let me show you something. This here is what's called the Personal Success Triangle. What is it called? The Personal Success Triangle. This triangle has helped more people than I can even begin to tell you. It's amazing how much this has helped people understand their situation, understand the challenges that they have, and show them how to overcome them. Consider this. At the bottom of this triangle, we have a thing called IC. IC stands for internal communication. Who are you talking to? Yourself. You're not talking to God, not talking to your mom and dad, brother, sister, wife, husband, somebody else. You're not talking to anybody. You are talking to yourself, and you're talking to yourself about yourself. Now, that thing can either be positive or it can be negative. Who's that up to? It's up to you. It's up to you how you talk to yourself. But one of the things that has a big impact on that is what's called EC. EC stands for external communication. And external communication means that the other people are talking to you. Now, this is you talking to yourself, but this is you talking to them, and this is them talking to you. And it goes back and forth. And remember, it can be positive or negative. Who's in charge of that? Well, you're in charge of half of it. The other half is on them. Now, the way this communication system works, back and forth, the EC and the IC going back and forth, the internal and external communication, it brings up a very important factor, which is called TK, which is called technical know-how. It's the technical way that you speak to yourself, it's the technical way you allow others to speak to you, and it's the technical way you speak to them. It's all about communication. Now I want to show you something that's extremely important, and that is this. The issue of communication, it has to be protected. Has to be. If you're going to come now to overcome your challenges, if you're going to come now to put yourself in a situation of empowerment, if you're going to come now to be able to take charge of your future and go forward, with any stability, you have to control, you have to understand, and you have to take charge of the issue of communication. It has to be done. And the technical way that you do that, the TK, technical know-how, is going to apply to both the internal and to the external. Get control of those things and make sure that you have a firm grasp on them. And you'll see things will change dramatically, things will change quickly, and on top of that, things will change in your favor. Inside of this triangle, the Personal Success Triangle, here's what you're going to find. You're going to find that the most important thing is that you have your purpose, or you have a goal. You see, we know for certain from our work that a person who doesn't have a purpose or a person who doesn't have a goal, something that they're striving for, something that gives them vision, something that will propel them to go forward in a positive, meaningful way. If you don't have it, you're going to have problems. And the problems will mount and they'll become layered like an onion. Problems. And we say like an onion because many of your problems, they'll make you cry. And ultimately, if you want to come now to deal with your circumstance, you have to come now to have a goal. And when we say goal, we mean that you have to have a why. If your why, if you don't have a big, if your why is not big enough to make you cry, you don't have a big enough why. And when we start talking about purpose and goal, that's what we want you to understand. You got to have a big one. But let me introduce you to some of the things that are going to stand in your way from you coming now to have a particular successful purpose or goal. Now, everybody who would like to be successful, raise your hand. If you raise your hand, of course you're going to raise your hand. Everybody wants success. But who's willing to go and do what it takes to get it? That's a different story. Everybody wants to talk about it, but who's willing to go what it takes? Do what it takes. If you're ready to do what it takes, you should know about three things. Number one is the issue of fear. Fear is going to come in as a component, as an element, as one of those things that's going to creep in there from time to time in such and such a way as to come now to debilitate you and take you off track. You might not even get started. So you have to understand what fear is and how to apply strategies to overcome it. One of the other things that's going to be a big issue, huge, is the issue of love. You love yourself? Do you love what you're doing? Do you love the commitment? Do you love what you're going to achieve? Do you love it enough to go after it with zeal, with intensity, with sincerity, with commitment? Right? Do you love it? How much you love it? Or is your love negative now? Because again, these things can be negative or positive. It's up to you. But you might need help to get back on track when you start getting off because of the actual negative thing of fear or the negative thing of love. If you get off track, you're going to have to focus on one of the main things that's really important, and that is the issue of hope. This is where the rubber meets the road. Because hope is that vision that you have at the end of whatever you're doing. You hope to be able to achieve a particular objective. You hope to be able to achieve a particular circumstance of education, a particular result from your marriage, a particular situation of what you want to give. You want to hope for that. Everybody wants to have hope. People should be filled with hope. But in these days and times, there's a lot of confusion. And because of that confusion, there's a lot of situations coming on that are not putting us in a situation where we have a lot of hope. We have more confusion than we have hope. And ultimately, our job and our obligation is to help people with that situation. So, this is it. This is what we're doing. This is how we do it. This will give you a brief sample of what we do. We go into much more detail. This is a brief outline of what we're doing, just to give you an idea. But we hope that this information will benefit you. But before we go, let me share with you this. This information, the Personal Success Triangle, the SIBKIS Personal Success Triangle, is with you now. You have it in your possession. Wonderful. Congratulations. But guess what? You're not going to own it. And I'll tell you when you will own it. You'll only own it when you come now to share it with someone else. If you decide not to share it with someone else, you can keep it in your possession. But it's like taking your money and sticking it in your sock and expecting it to increase. It doesn't work like that. It's like taking a circumstance of hope, just hope, alone. You know, when we talk about hope, we talk about an acronym, and that acronym is help other people excel. Hope. Don't keep it to yourself. Show you care. Get out there and share. Thank you for your time today. Keep the faith.